Please rise, ladies and gentlemen.
Who gives this woman to be married to this man?
I do. Oh, more.
Did you really?
Come on.
Did
Come
you
on.
really? Do you have more? I don't even remember. Yeah. You got this. I believe in you. You look nice.
Thank you, Selena.
Thank you.
My name is Daniel, and I'll be officiating the wedding this evening. We are gathered here in the presence of witnesses and God for the purpose of uniting in matrimony Selena and Silverio. I remind you both to always remember that love, loyalty, and understanding are the foundations of a happy and enduring home. Silverio and Selena, this is a time you both chosen to become husband and wife. And we know it's a very memorable moment when your relationship grows into this bond. And we are not only here to witness this, we wish you two the very best in your future together. No other human ties are more tender, and no other vows are more important than those you may assume now. Silverio and Selena have prepared their own vows.
We're doing that right now? Like already?
Not very good with public speaking.
You guys can sit down.
Cut me a break.
Why did I do it?
Selena, we met 10 years ago to the date. Our first interaction wasn't the best, given you yelled at me. True story. We then went to hang out with our friends down at the marina. I couldn't help but notice how pretty you were, with your cute little bangs and pretty smile. Everybody thinks it was the dimples, but I've told you many times, that's how you it was that pretty smile of yours. Unfortunately, me being the dumb 15-year-old I was, I left you high and dry. I could never repay you for that. From the moment I left, I knew I made a terrible mistake. I faked a smile because deep down, I still love you. But it wasn't all bad. That time allowed me to grow and mature. Lucky for me, you walked back into my life at the perfect time. During that time, I made a promise to myself that if you ever gave me another chance, I would never lie or hurt you again. Today, I now make a promise to you as my wife to love and take care of you for the rest of our life. Leaving my toxic situation at the time was the best decision. And I want you to know you saved me. Thank you. But of course, like any other couple, we've had our highs and lows. And I know I can be a handful sometimes. But what makes this relationship so special is being together 9+ years, we have not once thought about calling it quits. Even though we've gotten close with some late night Call of Duty. On a serious note, you've helped me grow into the person I am today and show me it's okay to express my feelings. It definitely was a slow process, but 9 years later, you now know things nobody else does. I can't thank you enough for being there and supporting me through thick and thin. I appreciate you to the fullest. My levels of love for you have only gone up over time. And just when I thought I couldn't love you anymore, you do something that makes me fall in love with you all over again. I've had the pleasure of watching you grow into the woman you are today. From high school travel ball to college ball, and now becoming a beautiful mother. Through all your accomplishments, watching you become a mother has been my favorite one so far. Watching you sacrifice your body, your time, and your sanity, I will forever appreciate it. You may think I didn't notice, but I've seen the toll motherhood took on me. After giving birth, battling your demons behind closed doors. You tried to hide it from me because you didn't want to be a burden. But I've told you many times, and I'll tell you again, I will always be here for you, no matter what. And from this day forward, I get the pleasure of calling you my wife. I love you.
Can we hug at least? We don't have to kiss to get a hug. Okay, my turn. Where's your foot? What's up with it? It feels like it's there. You find your no, we're back. I feel like mine's just so long. Okay. You good? Okay. 10 years ago to this day, we sat across from each other at a table as complete strangers. That was after, of course, I yelled at you. When I realized the stranger was holding my stuff because of our mutual friend, aka Dalen. If you would have told me I'd be marrying the shirtless, long-haired boy 10 years from now, I would have told you you're out of your mind. If you would have told me we'd have an 18-month-old with another on the way, I would have thought you were crazy. But life's crazy, right? I've always said that the day we would get married would be so special because we've grown together as teenagers to adults and now parents. I'd be lying if I were to say it was always easy, but I think that's what makes it so special. We've always worked together to be better partners for each other, from learning how to walk away from a disagreement to understanding that not everything has to be a fight, and then the big one, admitting when you're wrong. Those things didn't happen overnight, but we worked at it because that's what we wanted. We wanted each other, and to do that, that's what we had to do. I've known for a couple of years now exactly what I wanted to say in my vows. So here it goes. I remember the moment of realization when I knew I was truly in love with you. You started to do things that looked so familiar to me. I remember being so frustrated with you because you were upset with me I was late on my car payment. I couldn't understand why. I just brushed it off and didn't pay much attention to it. I told you I was signed up for too many classes and I wasn't sure how I was going to go to work. We'll go to work and school full time. You told me not to worry about it. I could take some time off and you would take care of my bills, and that were my responsibility. I was so grateful, but like I said before, I did not pay too much attention to it. As time went on, I remember we were walking back from Disneyland and you were so upset with me because you said I always stood too close to the corner near the cars. And you pulled me close to you. I just kept thinking, why is he being so tough on me? I remember the exact moment I was sitting by myself and I was thinking, why is this all so familiar? And then it hit me like a ton of bricks. It was like I had an instant flashback in my head. I remember having the same exact feeling when I used to walk with someone else. He would do the same thing, or being so tough on me when it came to being responsible and becoming an adult. But it was that annoying, okay, I get it, let me figure it out, that tough love. And there it was my dad. Oh, you were loving and taking care of me just like my dad always has. I remember being so overwhelmed by the feeling of knowing I was with someone who was doing those same things that my dad has always done for me. There was a point my dad told me he knew if anything were to happen to him, he was confident I'd be okay because he knew Silver would take care of me. And I don't think there was anything more I could have asked for. And in that moment, I just knew that you were it for me and no one else would ever compare. So today, as we stand across from each other, I want to promise you a couple things. I promise to be there for you when things are tough. I promise to love you even when you can't decide on where to eat. I promise to be the best mom to our boys. I promise to support you in everything you do, even if I don't always agree. And I promise to love you unconditionally every day for the rest of our lives. Here's to forever.
Will you please join hands?
Oh my gosh, sweaty.
The contract of marriage is most solemn and is not to be entered into lightly, but thoughtfully and seriously, with the deep realization of its obligations and responsibilities. Selena, do you take Silverio to be a lawfully wedded husband? Do you promise to love and comfort him to honor him and keep him in sickness and in health, and prosperity in adversity, and forsake in all others. Be faithful to him as you both shall live.
I do.
Silverio, do you take Selena to be a lawfully wedded wife? Do you promise to love her? Sorry. Promise to love her, to honor her, to keep in sickness and in health, and prosperity in adversity, for the sake of all others. Be faithful to her as you both shall live.
I do.
Selena, please repeat after me. I, Selena,
I, Selena,
take thee, Silverio,
take thee, Silverio,
to be my lawfully wedded husband,
to be my lawfully wedded husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or for poor,
for richer or for poor,
in sickness and in health,
and in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to
love and to cherish,
love and to cherish,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
Silverio, please repeat after me. I, Silverio,
I, Silverio,
take thee, Selena,
take thee, Selena,
to be my lawfully wedded wife,
to be my lawfully wedded wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or for poor,
for richer and for poor,
in sickness and in health,
and in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
May we have the ring. The ring.
Doesn't have this, no flowers.
I had a little messed up on this one. Selena, as you place the ring on Silverio's left hand, please repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I share my life
I share my life
and pledge my faithful love.
and pledge my faithful love.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed.
I do well. Got it. Got it.
Silverio, as you place the ring on Selena's left hand, please repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I share my life
I share my life
and pledge my faithful love.
and pledge my faithful love.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
Now that you have joined yourselves in solemn matrimony, may you strive all of your lives to meet this commitment with the same love and devotion that you now possess. By virtue of the authority vested in me today, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Introducing for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Silverio and Selena Ozuna. Oh, everyone stand, please.
No.
Staring at you standing there in that dress. What it's doing to me ain't a secret. 'Cause watching you is all that I can do. And I'm speechless. You already know that you're my weakness. After all this time, I'm just as nervous. Every time you walk into the room. Started when you said hello. Just did something to me. And I've been in a daze ever since the day that we met. You took the breath out of my lungs, can't even fight it. And all of the words out of my mouth, got it down. Staring at you standing there in that dress. What it's doing watching you is all that I can do. And I'm speechless. You already know that you're my weakness. After all this time, I'm just as nervous. Every time you walk into the room, I'm speechless.
No, not until the speech, bro.
That was a rock.
Not until the speech.
Oh, really?
Billy T, let me see your face here. Let me see your eyes. You ain't crying, bro?
Nah.
Are you ready for pictures? Come on.